Hello everyone, welcome back to Polygon Wizard Plays Minecraft. This is episode 4. Today I'm going to show you the progress I've made on the plantation house, and we're going to build on the roof today. I'm going to continue around what I've done on the front and go all the way around the house, so let's get things started. Alright, as you can see here, I've planted myself a giant tree. I love the trees in Minecraft, the big ones. They can look kind of awesome. This one I had to fill in with some more leaves after I planted it, but I thought this little indentation here would be a cool place to put a giant tree. Whoa, hello. So I planted one just because, basically. Sure, in the future I'll plant some more. These are still just for chopping. That one surprised me there a second ago when it grew. Still need lots of wood to build this thing. Alright, so you can't see much from the outside on what is different. So let's go inside and see what we've got. As you see, I still have grass carpeting. I'm going to change that eventually. I'm not sure if I want to do wood floors or what down here. Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions later. I might just keep it the same as what I've done elsewhere. So as you can see, we've got some interior walls now. And the ceiling and everything goes all the way through. So I spent a lot of time. I've got stairs around the ceiling edges and then slabs on the top. This bottom floor is the most cramped, perhaps, I guess is the best way to describe it, just because it's one block shorter than the other two floors. So I've actually put in some interior walls down here. And part of the reason I've done stairs around the edges is, one, it looks kind of cool, but also it wraps this wall so that on above it I can put a floor tile so that I can put walls wherever I want up top and there won't be the light wood showing through the floor. So that in the middle of here, on top of this, I have dark wood over the top. I can show you in a second when we go upstairs. So anyway, this back room, I think might do storage in here. I haven't quite decided. Okay, I'm sorry guys. I'm having a bit of technical issues today. I had Minecraft crash on me while I was showing you guys the interior downstairs, and then I came back and I picked up right where I left off. I recorded for about 10 minutes after that. I showed you the rest of the interior, and we even started building on the roof outside, and then my whole PC crashed on me, and because of that I lost all of that footage. I wasn't able to keep any of it, so sorry this is a little bit jarring, but we'll just keep going. I'll show you the interior again. Hopefully I will remember to show you everything, since I'm kind of doing this for sort of a third time now. So anyway, one thing I forgot to tell you guys last time, I believe I was here talking about how I want this to be storage maybe. Anyway, I might knock off this back wall so that it connects with this room, so it'll be one big area for a kitchen kind of place. I want to put a kitchen in here, put some furnaces and some maybe a crafting table or some other things in there, and decorate it up so it looks kind of like a kitchen. Maybe have a big old workbench table, or not even workbench, it's a big table in the middle of the room where, you know, you'd be preparing all the food or anything if this were a real ranch house. And basically I just want to have somewhere in the house that has crafting tables and furnaces and things I can work with on the ground floor, so if I'm ever coming in I can use it, but I also want it to look good. So this room is pretty big and the other one's pretty big, but putting them together I think would maybe suit my purposes better. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think about that. I don't know. And again, I'm not sure what to do with this area either, so as you guys are looking at this layout, if you get any cool ideas that pop into your head, please let me know. I'd love to know, because I kind of have a vague idea what I want to do, but any suggestions would be great, because vague ideas often lead to a bunch of meandering about and maybe getting something you don't like and then getting rid of it and trying something new again until you finally do get something you like. So I've knocked out a quick area of where I'd like to go do a basement eventually. This is going to be saved for a while, I think. I just wanted to put the area there so that I'd have it. So because of that, that pushed the wall over here, which was kind of an edge anyway. So I've originally had more walls down here, but I kind of like the open look a little bit, so I just kept this as a partition rather than having it just be open. I liked keeping it, so I left that for now. And as you can see, this floor is all wide open and flat, and that's because of the stairs I put around the ceiling down here. As you can see, if I didn't do that, this wall would have to be taller to meet the ceiling, so there wouldn't be a gap down here. But then you'd see it through, you know, it would show through on the floor here, and I'd have to cover it up somehow or anything. So after trying a couple things, that's what I decided to go with. That way this can be wide open with possibilities. So this wide open area here, I want to do sort of a library area and put a bunch of bookshelves and definitely add like an enchanting area in there so that I can enchant all the things I want. But also, you know, just have extra bookcases and have it look kind of cool. Like there's this big library that this plantation house would have put all their books. So that's kind of what I want to do with this area. I'm not sure if I want to use the entire area or not. Might just have to start building and see what we come up with. Or if you guys have some suggestions on what you would like to see in this area as far as how I would like to do a library or adding something else in addition to the library. But this is my biggest sort of wide open space, so I definitely want to do a library, at least, you know, part of it, if not the whole thing. And over here, I don't know if I want to leave it open or not. I could separate this off and make it kind of an office or any other type of room. If you guys have an idea of what you'd like to see in there, let me know. I like seeing these pillars, which is why I kept it wide open. I'm not sure if I want to add anything to make it a little fancier than that. Maybe put the lighting in there or not. As you can see, I've got temporary lighting going on with all these torches, so it had skeletons and things spawning in here while I was working, so I threw a bunch of torches down kind of haphazardly everywhere. But I could continue the wall kind of through here and leave a door, and that would close this off and make this feel a little bit more like a hallway, and that way the library room or whatever would just kind of dominate the space. Or I could leave it open. I'm not sure yet. I definitely am going to be I'll probably put something like these windows in this wall, and depending on where all the books and stuff go, I will add windows to this back wall as well, so it's not quite so empty. And up here's the third floor. I've got kind of doorway over to the side here, so you don't have to walk all the way around. Up here, I'm pretty sure I'm definitely going to add a wall through here, so I'll probably keep it flush right here, so you'll just have kind of these two blocks hallway here with maybe 3 rooms up here that I'm thinking will be bedrooms, or at least one of them will be a bedroom, or maybe I'll do one bigger one that's kind of the master bedroom, and then a smaller one that'll be guest room. And then this one over here could also be a bedroom if I wanted. Those stairs I don't think I'm going to keep there. But I kind of wanted to have this balcony area so that you could look down into the house from here. I thought that was a cool way to use the space. And you could walk around and look down into it, and if you have like a library in here, you could kind of see part of it and just see, you know, what's down here. Maybe if there's something I could put in the middle of the floor that wouldn't disrupt traffic too much, or maybe just leave it open, I'm not sure. But the reason I have these stairs here is so I can get up to the roof to do some work. And this is what I was talking about with the floors earlier. If I hadn't done those stairs down there, you would see the walls show up top, and you'd have this kind of direct transition between light and dark wood, which I don't like. I mean, if you're doing it as some sort of a pattern, like you're tiling the floor that way, or just putting some sort of stripes or whatever, a pattern into the floor with that, it would look cool. But if it's just the wall here and it's just a line, I don't like how that transition works. It's just kind of like abrupt, and it doesn't work. It doesn't look planned. It just looks like, oh look, the wall is sticking up here, which is exactly what it's doing. So I had not planned on using this top, you know, the roof floor for anything. I just had it up here so I could get up here to work. And as you can see, I did a little bit of stuff here. Looks like I lost a little bit of it. I've got stairs here is what that is. So we'll get back to that in a minute. But if you guys have any suggestions or ideas for what you would want me to do with something up here, I'd be glad to do it. And I can leave those stairs in. I'd do them a little bit, nicer than just a couple, stacked things. Maybe even change the orientation and use this as a stairwell. Maybe even wrap it around a little bit so it rotates. I don't know. If you guys want me to come up to the roof and do something, I will. And I can, if that's the case, I can definitely come up with a better way to do stairs to get up here. But keep in mind, this is going to wrap around, so at the very least there will be a 2-block high kind of stone and stone brick wall going around the edge, because that's how I like it, the look from the outside. If you're on the ground looking up, it looks neat that way. It looks nice, and so that's not really enough room. I could add another layer on the back of this, I guess, and continue it up so you'd have a really, really short ceiling, so it'd be 2 blocks high, and then the roof, so it'd be really kind of claustrophobic attic-y, like an attic up here. But again, I don't know what I would use it for. There's no ideas. I haven't thought of what I would want this roof to be, so I hadn't really thought of putting an attic in there. And with it being so cramped, I wouldn't want to go any higher to give it 3-block height or anything like that, because I don't like the way the roof would look like that. I like it being more short and kind of flat than some other style for this type of house. So if you guys come up with some cool idea of what I could do up here while there's also being this kind of wall going around the edge, please let me know. I'll be glad to build it. It's just that I have no ideas myself at the moment, so it's kind of like I was just planning on leaving this unused, lighted up so nothing spawns up here, but just kind of leave it alone and never come back up here once I'm done building. So if you guys have a cool idea for something that I could use that for, that would be great. I'd be glad to hear it. So let's go back outside now that I've shown you this, and kind of show you what I started earlier before my PC decided to hate me. So as you can see, I've got a little bit of dirt scaffolding going around, and before these upside down stairs stopped at that pillar, so I continued them on to the corner, and I actually had put a couple things on top of it before it crashed, but it looks like that was not saved. So let's get back up here and talk about this a little bit. When I was building this originally, I kind of started with the upside down stairs. Oh, I'm going to go back down. Sorry guys, I don't want it to be night. Too many close calls. I don't think... Yeah, that's part of what I lost. I was telling you... Whoops. I had a couple close calls with creepers while you guys are away, and if I'm telling you this again, well then, I don't know. Too bad. My bed got blown up, half this chest got blown up, a creeper blew up like right here. I barely survived because I didn't have armor on, I believe, at the time. I can't remember for sure. Let's go ahead and sleep. But it was daytime. I think it was even right after the last episode. If you remember the last episode, I let go into night while I was talking. It was nighttime for a bit, so things spawned. I slept. It was daytime. I wandered around. I was doing things, built some of this, floors and things that I've shown you in there. And then just out of nowhere, creeper comes out of here. Like well into daytime, well past any time I would have been looking for it, and decided to sneak up on me and blow things up. I saw it just at the last second. I was in this chest, I saw it coming from right over here in the corner of my eye and backed away, but it still blew up on me, blew up half this chest and this bed. I had to go make a new one, which for me right now wasn't super easy because I don't have any sheep close by that I've found yet, so I had to go hunting spiders to get string, and I only had like a couple pieces of extra string, so I had to go hunt some spiders and kill them all at nighttime and gather up enough string and come back and build me a new bed. So it took a little bit, but around here, these plains area, there are a ton of mobs that spawn at nighttime if you let it go there. So that's also part of why. Like, this area is all lit up, but if you go past that, there's a ton of them, and sometimes they wander in, and like I said, there's been a few that have spawned inside the house on me. I had a creeper in there that I barely got killed before he blew up stuff. Let me get my dirt again. So I've got it lit in there now, but I'm not sure if I have it lit well enough that something might not spawn in there again. So I'm just going to go ahead and sleep. So, like I was telling you before I lost it all, I started out when I was building this house, designing it. I put these upside down stairs on this level because I knew I wanted to do that. And I stepped back and looked at it and it was like really plain. You could barely you see these pillars sticking up, but that was it, and it wasn't very interesting. So my first thought was, oh, I'm going to continue the stone brick over here. And just, since that's the material I'm using, I wanted to see, you know, how that looked. And then I was like, well, I don't like that just being flat. I'll throw something else on there. And so I'll put some stairs. So this is originally kind of what I did right here, what I'm doing now. I just wanted to show you guys kind of what I'd done and my thought process on it a little bit, since you didn't get to see that on camera. I did it all off on my own. So this is kind of what it looks like, and as you can see, it looks like a blob of stone brick. It doesn't look very good. There's no separation. You can kind of hardly tell that those are stairs up top, just because of how the bricks are segmented in half or whatever anyway with the brick pattern, that it just kind of looks like, well, you got stone brick up there, woo, like who cares? So I didn't like that. It's just very heavy, it's just very not interesting, it blends all together and it loses a lot of the pattern of the upside down stairs or anything. I know the scaffolding is blocking it a little bit, but it wasn't very good, so I knocked that out. Tried something different. Originally, I tried a couple different things. I tried cobble, I tried wood. I didn't like the cobble because it doesn't, you know, as you know, cobble doesn't look as refined. Where's my pick? There we go. So, doing cobble didn't work out. And I didn't like the wood because I'm using wood so much everywhere else. I tried light and dark, and it looked okay. It looked fine. It just, I wanted it to look like the roof was made of something completely different, so none of these are going to fly back at me, are they? Okay. So because of that, I decided that I wanted to go with stone and continue the stone. So I tried smooth stone, liked it. I tried cobble first a little bit just to work out the shape on the front, since it was more than what we've got right here, just a straight run. So because of that, because you can't get smooth back without silk touch, which I don't have yet because of no enchanting, I decided to do it with cobble first, and I should have done that here as well, because I'm not sure I like the pillar being flush. Alright, I might have to knock that out. Let's go back up to the roof so I can get those couple bits of stone brick as well. But here, let's step back and look at it really quick so you guys can see what it looks like. And even though it's flush, I don't like that, you can still see that because of that separation, it's much more interesting to look at than if it was just all the same material. So the smooth stone is definitely a more refined look than just cobble or anything like that. So that's what I ended up with. I want to take a look at the front again, even though the front has more of a shape to it than a straight line. It also gives me an idea of being set back from the pillars, and if that's a good idea, let's get up here. Shut up, cows. Yeah, I like that depth that you've got there. I need to take those torches out. But yeah, I'd put those in there for, again, lighting. Actually, just got a crazy idea of maybe doing it with, you know, kind of like we've done here with the fence post, and actually have lighting up there. May or may not do that, but that's something later. But anyway, I do like, you see that how it being set behind, it has that depth and space to it. I like that. So I think I'm going to do that on the side too. But then that means it's a block back. I think that's wood there. I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's what that shows up, the stairs that are put underneath there. Okay. As you can tell, this is kind of how the building process goes sometimes. You try something, you don't like it exactly, and then you have to adjust it as you go. But that's okay. Apparently the interior of my house is all spooky in the cave now. Looks like I waited too long and all these are gone. Nope, there's some. I didn't think I'd waited that long. Alright, so... yeah, I'm gonna have to take these out too, so we'll do those first. Just try not to fall off. Alright, and sadly we're not going to get this back, but that's okay. I've still got plenty of smooth stone in my inventory. I even have plenty of smooth stone right here, but let's just take this cobble we made and set it down. Just to show you. Hey, got it back. I'll use this opportunity to go. I'd fallen off of this scaffolding and that's why I was pillaring up differently. So we'll use this opportunity to dig down a little bit and take that out so we only have the one pillar and get to keep our dirt. Okay. So this is another awesome accident here. You guys get to see what the cobble looks like on the roof. It's back a little bit farther, so we have to get up a little bit where we can see it. So as you can see, it doesn't look terrible that way. And, you know, it could have been a cool design, but I liked the smoother look of it, so that's why I went with it. The smooth that way. So anyway, this is just a cool way to see let you guys see what it looked like. And you can also see kind of what I ran into when I was building it. Setting it back there, you do have to connect the stairs behind, otherwise you see that gap there, and that doesn't look very good. So you just kind of fill it in behind, so it looks like it's wrapping behind the pillar, so you're not having all these gaps and things. So it feels like one continuous wall. The actual like stone part doesn't continue around, but the stairs do. So let's go back up here. And do a little bit more with these stairs. Huh, okay. It's alright. I'm going to wrap this around the side. Is that far enough out? Yeah, that should be far enough out. For no good reason other than I just wanted to show you guys placing some stairs in here just because, and I need to do it eventually anyway, so might as well do it on camera for you, right? Alright, try not to fall off here. So just wrap these upside down stairs around. I'm just going to go to this first pillar so don't waste all your guys' time. Now, eventually I'm going to have to go back in here and fill in this gap in between the wall and the stairs because there's one block in between. And the way I did that on the front, as you guys saw, and I'll show you guys again here in a second once I get down, is I put the dark wood stairs in there. So kind of like the detailing I've done here, I put stairs, but you see right here, I put them around in here. I may or may not keep that. Just so it has a little bit of a gap here so it's not just flush and flat. It's kind of more interesting than that. Sorry, I'm just kind of thinking of whether I want to do that differently or not. Tell you guys what I'm thinking. Now, as you can see here, these go and the level comes down all the way in the back. I was wondering if I want to do it more like I've done here, wrapping around on this patio where it's the other way and it's the part that sticks down is flush, so you have this kind of a effect here where then the gap would be close to the wall, so that would give a little bit more space above that window. It just depends on where you're looking at it, because from back here you're barely seeing any of it at all. You're just going to see that in there, that it's dark, and you're not really paying quite as much attention to where a gap is. But because that is a shorter window up there, it might be good to have just that slightly extra bit of light wood to poke through. So I'm actually going to try that just to see. And I'm pretty sure I tried it before. Whoops, one too high. Oh, come on. Apparently there was a torch up there. Now, oh, I can't walk because those stairs up there. I don't know how I'm gonna get this without taking that out. So we'll go ahead and continue and do the little wrapping on it. This shovel's almost dead. I'm gonna have to build me a new one. Not gonna go all the way down. Okay, yeah, I am. Again, it's hard to tell sometimes just looking straight up at something how you're gonna like it from just, you know, where you're normally gonna be in back here. I actually do like that. Like, the fence should still be in there. But I do like this kind of slight stair-step shape that it does. It rounds it off a little bit, which looks cool. So I think I'm going to keep that. I do need to replace this fence, so let's do that really quick, and we'll do this on the other side. So yeah, I think I'll do this on all the other places where I have to fill this in, because it does look really nice, I think. So okay. Perfect timing, that shovel died. Alright, let's go build me a new one. I think I got some iron left in here. Yes, I do. Wait, oh, okay. Well, I'll need an axe eventually anyway, too, because I've been chopping lots of trees. That's what happens to me sometimes. When mine gets ahead of itself, I'm thinking of what I'm going to do around all these this roof here and totally not paying attention to what I'm doing at the moment. So let's go up here and change. I should have done it closer. Oh well. Alright, let's go back down, step back, take a look at that again, and whoops, see what it feels like looking at both of them that way, and see if that's exactly what I want to do or not. Yes, I do like it. If you see between here into there, it looks like this part is sort of higher because of that, even though it's not. Because of the depth of how far back that is. And do I wrap? I do not. That just goes straight into a wall behind the pillar, which kind of hides it. Okay. Because I was wondering if there's a way to kind of make it feel like this line of upside down stairs continues into this. But I think because of the two different levels that is at. Like, this down here is flush, but up there it's not. So you don't get that nice kind of continuation feel. So because of that, I think I can get away with doing it this way. And if you are right down here, it does feel like this kind of continues a little bit. And because I've wrapped the pillar here, I do like having that butt up against it. So for now anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to do the same thing here where the gap is. I don't know, because of this wall, what I'm going to do here. Because you see this pillar's flush and this one is not. So that's going to be a little tricky area I've got to figure out. That's what you run into building sometimes, is you do something and then when you get to a different area, like you're adding on a roof or adding another detail, you run into something that's different here than it is on other parts, and so you have to figure it out. But I kind of like that challenge. It's fun figuring out all those little problems, all those little puzzles, and then when you know, try something else, and then you get it done and it looks good. You know, you get a sense of accomplishment for doing that. You're like, yeah, I figured it out. So, man, those cows are so noisy when you get close to them. Alright, anyway, I think I'm going to be done, guys. Let's go back over here and take a look at this roof again really quick. Or, actually, no. I'm not going to be done quite yet, because those are still cobble up there, right? So let's actually do a little bit more work. But we're not going to do the scaffold part. We're going to go up to the actual roof part and do it from that side and do a little bit more of this roof and call it a day. I just wanted to get you guys a little bit of actual progress that you get to see. Still haven't figured out how I want to come into this house sometimes because of the way I did the stairs. Sometimes it's faster to come in from the bottom floor and then go all the way up than it is from the second floor because you have to walk around. So yeah, as you can see, that gap there definitely needs to be filled in. Wait. And we know this is going to have to go around the edge, so let's just keep doing this. I hope I have enough stone to go around. I should, and if I don't, I do have more cooking. Although it's probably done by now, because I haven't checked it in a long time. But I believe I have enough on me to wrap all the way around this roof. And then I'll step back and show you guys what it kind of looks like. That way, if you guys are wanting to think up some ideas for this roof, let's go ahead and use this a little bit first. You'll get a little bit of an idea of what it will look like with a wall all the way around. So, okay, we've kind of done it this way here. So because of this wall and that pillar, let's do this. It may look a little bit weird by the time I throw some stairs in there. I'll just have to, you know, put some on and see what it looks like from the floor with that little corner there. I mean, I've done it up here, but this being, it looks a flat wall basically when I've done it. So I don't know. I may have to change how this wall goes. I don't know. We'll see, guys. We'll see. But this is how it's going to look. You'll have the stairs continuing around the edge. And so it'll be 2 blocks high up here, and you'll have basically a wall. So yeah, you can still see the hills and stuff up here. But other than that, there's not really much going on, and I don't know what I could use this for, you know. It is pretty big, so maybe some sort of big space up here would be nice. Just for relaxation or something, I don't know. Put a tennis court up here. I'm not sure how I would build a tennis court in Minecraft, and you know, it'd be a small one for a tennis court. But you know, you could play tennis up here, then hit it too much and the ball goes over, and it's like, oh no, we have to go chase it. Yes, my crazy mind at work, guys. Putting a tennis court on a roof. Why not? No, I don't know. I think that's kind of a silly idea. I don't really want to do that. But if you guys have some idea of something you'd like to see me do up here, then that would be great. But otherwise, I think I'm just going to leave it as is and close off the ceiling and never come up here again. Even though I've got these pillars up here. That would look kind of cool. I don't know where. Maybe I should add some interior pillars in this house. What do you guys think? As the sun sets. Maybe have some pillars because of this wide open area. Have it come down through here somewhere. Or maybe actually on the opposite side. Kind of like it's going through the house as supports. Maybe that would look cool. It's not necessarily needed in here. I don't have any lightwood on me. Because I'm going to have a wall going through here. It doesn't necessarily be needed, and if I put it here, that means there's would only be one block, and I don't like that to be a little too cramped. I want at least two for the kind of walkway. So it's not like it's needed, but it might look cool to have support pillars in here. So let me know what you think. If you guys want me to add them, I can, and then have them go all the way down. It might be... Actually, now that I'm talking about it, I think I do at least want to try it, because it would be a cool way to break up this space in here and have something going through so that it's not just a huge wide open area. And then it could be something cool to build around too, have the pillars and then build bookshelves around it or something. Just be another kind of way to play with the space. So I doubt they would continue down to here. I'm just kind of taking a stock of what it looks like. Unless I took out these walls, but I like how these walls look, so I do kind of want to keep these, because I like having this interesting way to walk around down here on the bottom floor. So, I don't know. Again, I don't have this designed out, guys. From here on, it's all freestyle, adding things as I go, so I hope you guys like the progress I've made on it so far, and seeing kind of what I did with the roof and how I kind of came up with this in the first place. So I'll make some more progress on this next time. Please give me suggestions on what you'd like me to build in the house, or anything else you want me to build outside once the house is finished for the next project. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.